The country's escalating health care crisis sparks a lot of emotion and a lot of debate. Democratic presidential candidates are in Las Vegas now talking about how they would tackle the problem if they were elected, speaking in future tense, of course. CNN's Sumi Das is following it for us. She's there, she's live, and she's joining us now. Sumi, what are they saying?
Hi there, Rick. Well, they said that they were going to make health care their top priority, and it's not surprising given that there are 47 million Americans that are uninsured in this country. Now, the organizers of this forum were pleased with what they heard. They said they achieved their goal of putting health care in the spotlight, and they liked that candidates were using the phrase universal health care. Now, all of the candidates from both parties were invited. 7 of the candidates from the Democratic Party accepted, among them Senator Barack Obama.
Every 4 years, somebody trots out a white paper. They post it on the web. But the question we have to challenge ourselves is, do we have the political will and the sense of urgency to actually get it done? I want to be held accountable for getting it done. I will judge my first term president based on the fact on whether we have delivered the kind of health care that every American deserves and that our system can afford.
Of course, there was some criticism of the current U.S. health care system from many of the candidates, among them Senator John Edwards, who said that the current system is dysfunctional and that his plan would cover all Americans and that it would fill in the gaps. Now, before he laid out his agenda, however, he took a moment to thank the support that they have received, him and his family, from many people across the country in light of the news that Elizabeth Edwards' cancer has returned.
It's a great privilege for me to be here. Let me say first a personal thank you to all of you and to people who have been so kind and so generous over the last few days, including, by the way, my fellow candidates who will be here today. And I'm very proud to have my wife Elizabeth here.
Senator Edwards' competitors have reached out to his family privately, but some of them took the opportunity today to do so publicly, among them Governor Bill Richardson of New Mexico and Senator Hillary Clinton of New York.
I think we all want to make sure to send our thoughts and prayers to Elizabeth and John Edwards, and I'm very impressed by Elizabeth's strength and optimism, and I'm looking forward to seeing both Elizabeth and John on the campaign trail.
As is the case in most campaign events, there was a lot of applause that interrupted speakers, but perhaps some of the strongest applause, which you heard right there, was when speakers acknowledged the battle that Elizabeth Edwards was facing with cancer. Now, she was present at the event. She sat at the side of the stage, and she greeted her husband when he walked off stage. There was a quick kiss and embrace. They waved to the and the cameras, and then they moved backstage as the applause continued. She did not speak today, but she will be speaking in Ohio at the City Club of Cleveland on Monday night. Rick?
You know, it seems like a very selfless thing that she's doing for him, but one can't help but wonder, and I'm wondering if she was maybe asked this question, or if he was, given the severity of her cancer, should she so soon be on the campaign trail with him?
You know, she said a couple of days ago on Thursday that she was feeling fine, and the only thing that was hurting her was that broken rib, which ultimately led them to detect that the cancer had returned. And she said that she planned to do all of the things next week that she had done last week. So it seems that her health is good. That is something that we also heard again from her doctor, Dr. Carey. And so it seems like the campaign will continue and that they aren't going to make any exceptions or slow down at all. They did, however, cancel one event that was scheduled for Reno. You know, I reached out to one of John Edwards' aides and asked why they canceled that event, but have not yet received a response, Rick.
Sumi Das following the story for us there from Las Vegas. We thank you for bringing us up to date. In just a few minutes.